TNA signs a new international distribution deal. The X Division Championship situation has received some clarification, and Nick Nemeth provides an update on what he hopes TNA will look like in 2025. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, your premier destination for news about TNA wrestling. I'm John, and without further ado, let's get started. This is Sudden Impact. So last week it was reported by several wrestling news sites that TNA had signed a new distribution deal in Canada following WWE's programming move to Netflix. So Sportsnet 360 channel had been the home for WWE programming in Canada for the last decade and is one of the biggest sports channels in the country. This revelation took people by surprise, with many assuming that AEW would naturally take WWE's programming slots on that channel, as Anthem, the parent company of TNA, already airs TNA programming in Canada on their own channel, Fight Network. However, with AEW also moving to a streaming service, Max, from January 1st, it is expected that AEW programming will move onto Max globally as well. So in the countries that have Max available, it will also be available on on the Max app in those countries, hopefully. So, but regardless, this is an amazing news story to come out for TNA at this point in time, and it looks like it will hopefully continue to happen in other countries that already have existing deals to air WWE programming, and where AEW and Mac are already set up in those countries. So let me know which countries you think would be the next ones to go forward with changing their wrestling offerings to show TNA programming. So are you liking this video? Want to see more? Then like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's free and helps me produce more videos like this. Go ahead and do it so I can continue to bring you the news from TNA Wrestling. So coming out of the last set of tapings was the news that TNA was getting rid of the X Division Championship at the Genesis pay-per-view in favor of a new championship. So the X Division Championship, as well as the X Division in general, have been synonymous with TNA wrestling since the company was founded back in 2002, as it provided a platform for overlooked wrestlers in North America, giving them national exposure to display their skills. So the division has changed the landscape of modern professional wrestling, favoring more athletic and skill and prowess over muscular, slower power-based moves. So it gave us the innovations such as the Ultimate X match and various different offshoots from those ones, and saw relative unknown wrestlers become global megastars. Look at AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, CM Punk. All of these guys were features of the division in the earlier days of TNA and have just gone on to create that for themselves a massive following in the professional wrestling industry. Now, given all of this, Moose, who was the current X Division champion, recently took to X and said that this, along with other news about the low morale in the TNA locker room, was simply not true. He also said that regarding the X Division championship, that people will have to tune in and watch this week's episode of Impact and also order or attend the Genesis pay-per-view in January 19th. So I'm not wanting to speculate any further on what could happen with the X Division Championship and going forward. And I would just like to see how things play out in their entirety. Finally, Nick Nemeth has provided an update on what he hopes TNA will look like in 2025. In an interview that he did with the Daily Star, which I briefly discussed in a previous episode, he stated that he wants TNA to fill the arenas that they are running their shows in 2025 because they are larger arenas than they have been in for a while. And hopefully the matches and the buzz that is surrounding those events brings people to those shows and just basically packs them out. He also discussed that TNA has is having some new signings coming in and a few people leaving as well. So he says that it's just like the normal thing that happens every day in professional wrestling. People come, people go. Sometimes it may not be as in such a popular or positive light in which they leave, but it's nonetheless, it is the way that the wrestling industry works. And he hopes to also lead the charge for TNA being their world champion in 2025 and make it a place where wrestlers want to come as a destination. Now, starting in January at Genesis, TNA looks to make an impact, one which they hopefully will use to go from strength to strength and take the company as well as the professional wrestling industry itself into the mainstream once again. Now, I want to know what you think about this and what you feel that TNA should do to keep their momentum going and elevate themselves in 2025 and beyond. So leave your ideas in the comment section down below. So that's all for this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down below and ring the bell for notifications on new videos. Have a safe and happy Christmas and holiday season, and I will catch you all in 2025. Until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.